And here we're back again for the final stage of the cube. Okay, so greetings from WBCS as usual. Please like and subscribe if you don't mind, that would be nice. I'm just starting off, it would be nice to get a few people viewing and stuff. By all means leave comments below, etc, etc. I'm just starting out and I haven't got that much experience on YouTube videos and stuff, but I will progress and get better hopefully as time gets on. Anyway, so we're coming back to the cube and the final stage, which is basically going from this and getting to this. Okay, well, not necessarily that permutation, but we'll get variations and just show you through them. I might do all the perms because I've got them listed, so I might go through all the perms and let you see what they look like. Right, so this one is quite cool. What PLL stands for, which is the last method, or last step I should say, in CFOP, which is permutate last layer. Basically what you're doing is how these are here. So for example, these edge pieces are right, these corner pieces are correctly orientated but in the wrong place. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to swap these two with these two and these two with these two. Okay, so these need to all swap round. Actually, those diagonal swap. Okay, that just goes to show you. So it's a diagonal swap solve on that one, which is dead easy on this. Very, very easy. It's 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 and solved. Okay, right, so what we're going to do is we're going to run through the PLLs because we've got to solve cube. I'm not going to go from OLL, PLL back and stuff like that. Unless I mess up, then I'll probably have to. So what I'll do is I'll take you through each and every single one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up a thing here. So I'm going to show you these. I'm just going to hide this because I don't need this. This is ready. There we go. So the first one on the agenda, can I click on these? There we go. So this is AA, L2D2. So I'm just looking at that. I think that's that one. I think that's that one there, isn't it? No, that's the other one. That's the other one. So I'll do that again. So that AA is, that's what it looks like. So you've got a square. Oh, have I got this right or wrong? Get out of the way. Right. Actually, I've got it wrong. AA was the right one in the first place. So this is AB, I should say. The reason why it's AB, if we put the headlights that way, to the left, that way. Okay, and we've got these two headlights here. And on the top corner, we've got our complete, if you cover it all up, complete square, as it were, a little mini 2x2 in the 3x3 complete. So in that case, I would do, in my case, I wouldn't do what they've got there because I don't like it. Okay, I would turn it this way because this is my own method. So it's the same method, but I just do it at a different rotation because it's easier for me. There we go. Okay, so I'll do the other one, which is the mirror of that. So there you go. So this is A or A perm A mode. Okay, headlights, and the square is at the bottom. In which case I do this way, and I would do nice and slow. Okay, easy. So we've done the A's. We'll move down to F. Oh, I'm going to tick that one off. So, oh, there we go. Hey, we can highlight and do all sorts of things. Right, so F perm is quite nice, if I remember how to do it off the top of my head. Okay, there's F, so that's an F, what it looks like. It doesn't look any fancy, does it really? So it's basically you've got one side, or two sides, one side on this side complete. One of the few times when you get two sides. Amount of times years and years ago I've had that, thought, well, I was really clever and didn't realise I was one step from solving the cube. I've actually got three sides, one we're talking about, got yellow as well. So that one, yes, so that one left side for the solid, so it is right up F prime, and then do a nice switch over and it solves it. Okay, so we'll go to GA. So I need to try and make GA. So GB, isn't it? I've got to really think how to get GA on, because I'm usually solving it, not mixing it up. Is that an R perm? That's an R perm. Silly me. Getting ahead of myself. Right, I've got GA. Right, there's GA. I've got. I say, because I'm been doing G perms and stuff for so long, I don't have to think about them. So when it comes to thinking about them, it really messes with my head, because I'm fighting my fingers. Your fingers are ready to go, and my brain's like saying, "Hold on a minute, I'm trying to process what I don't know anymore," because you know it more than I do. So we've got headlights, and we've got 2 on the front right. So that makes that a GA perm, as you can see by this picture here. Obviously ignore the colours, because that depends on what you've got it set up. So orange, in this case 2 greens, and we've got 2 there. That makes that a G perm. Nothing else makes that a G perm. That is a G perm. In this case, it is a case of that, and I messed it up. And that always happens live on video, so we need to now fix it. So I'm going to fix it now, because I'm nice like that. Right, so I'll fix that, and I'm determined to do that again. Right, so there's a GA perm, 2. There it is, okay. So as you can see there, GA perm is the opposite of a GB perm, okay, and vice versa. So that's basically, I've just done GA and GB, okay. So GC, opposite side, so I would do, okay, so there's a GC. So we've got, in this case, if we highlight that, so we have got, if I was to turn this around, we've got headlights to the left, and I'll show you the reason why mine's the opposite way around in a minute. We've got the 2 on the back, so that's a GC. The reason why it's backwards for me is because I do it left-handed, rather than learning are you, blah 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 blah. I am using the mirror of that. Okay, so in this case, it's the mirror of GA. So I'm doing that one, but L2 or L prime, L2, U prime. So it's reverse, but just the letters. Okay, so it's a pure mirror, and that's one advantage with using left and right-handed, is you don't have to learn technically 4 algorithms for G perm, which is 4 algorithms, 4 individual. Whereas if you do left and right, you're basically 2 individual but mirrored. Okay, so that's exactly the same. So that's that, and then flick it around and solved. Okay, so that's GC, which basically, if I was to do GC now, do a GC move, that would give me a GD to solve. Okay, moving on. JB, which is what I did before by no I didn't, J perm. That's why this guy's called J perm. I think that's because it's his favourite perm. So let's have a look and see if I get the right one. Let's have a look at that. JA. Let's have a look. So let's just turn that sideways, and that's a JB perm. Right, so we've got JB, which is there. Okay, this is JB. So you got, it's hard to identify this one, but it's basically, depending on how you look at it, if you've got this solved, this is your J. Okay, there's your J, because these are the bits that are mixed up. The rest of it's solved. It's just these ones that form the shape of a J. I would assume that's why it's called a J perm. Okay, but again, that is a case of just doing that. Okay, done. GB perm, left-handed, exactly the same. There it is. There's a GB perm. Technically it becomes an L perm, which doesn't exist, but I could call this an L perm if I wanted to, which is technically what it is. This is an L. It's not a G anymore. It's an L. Okay, so technically that's an L perm. Hey, I should put me notes in the World Cuban Association and get that confirmed as an L perm. So yeah, because that's JGB basically. That was a GB, but I've used left hand rather than right hand. Okay, both the same. I mirror JA to save again. Save learning a completely different set of moves for something that does exactly the same job. I don't see the sense in doing it. Each to their own. Some people have done that and got away with it. Me personally, I don't see the point of it. Right, R perm. Let's have a look and see if I can get the R perms right. I always get the A and B's mixed up, but hey ho. So R perm. Okay, let's have a look. And again, that is an RB perm. Okay. Hey ho. So headlights on the edge in this. You know, remember when I was on about the GB perm, and I had these at the back. On the back side, that's how you define R perm versus GB, is the fact that headlights are here and these two are on the front and or adjoining to this and not away from. So that's an R perm. That's how we know. It's nice to get something right without screwing up, and that's how you know it's going to be a solve. So RB, RA, and we'll go further down. Probably my favourite, I think, is the good old T perm. I use T perm a lot because it's part of the RU method, or can be used. You can either use T or J perm for corner rotation. But T perm is basically that. Okay, the reason why it's called T perm, if you look at the unsolved pieces compared with solved, this is all solved. But if you mask them off, there's your T. Okay, they're the ones that are mixed up. There's your T. So there's your headlights again. We tend to do all solves or all algorithms with headlights on that side. Unless you're mirroring, then it's headlights on this side. Okay, so T perm has only got one orientation. There isn't more one. There's no point because it does exactly the same either way. It's the only one that does that. So you can practice this one all the time. It's great. You can just literally carry on and keep going. And then mess it all up. I hate you. I hate you a lot. I hate you, I do. Yes, I've completely... I know I'm just too... again. No, it's not. No, it's not. Where am I? Where am I going? I don't know where I'm going anymore. You know what it is? I'm going to do it that way. Thank goodness for Wiper. Right, so yeah, so as you can see, you can carry on and carry on and carry on, and you can get really good with T-perm. T-perm's probably the best thing to do for your corner orientation in RU, because it's such an easy, fast one that you only have to, it takes like a day to learn it, you know, efficiently. You don't have to do a lot of learning for it. The dreaded E-perm. I bloody hate E-perm, which is the one that's next on the list, so I'm going to light that one up like a bloody, I wish you could write it red, because I would. E-perm is basically, oh god, I've got to remember what I'm doing, because I'm still technically getting this finger memoried. So that's an E-perm, and I will point out the reason why. When I first learned E-perm and I tried to do it a few times, it didn't work. It got the top right, but I ended up having to do a Z-perm, I think it was, and I'm like, why did that happen? And it wasn't until I studied the actual colour system. If you are that way and you do E-perm, it will not solve. Okay, it will end up with a Z-perm. Because of the orientation of the squares, because what happens is when you do E-perm, it is swapping top to bottom and bottom to top. Okay, so it swaps these two with these two, and that's what the E-perm does, and I didn't know that at the time. Okay, because this is right, this is right, this is right, and this is right. All the cross is right on top. It's just these two need to swap, these two need to swap. Okay, so that was fun for me to figure out. Then I've realised how to identify it, because all the colours for one side are on one side and all the colours. So in this case we've got red on this side, all the red blocks are on this side, all the orange blocks are on this side, so that's the orientation. So I know that's how to solve it. So happy days. So we move on to NA and NB. N's are interesting ones, okay? There's an N, and I got an NA. I don't believe it. I got it right. I don't know why. There's a lot of QSA. They hate the N perm. I don't understand why. It's such an easy. It's easy to identify because all the sides, when you rotate it around, all look the same. Okay, they all look the same. Just variance in colours. It's a nice bonny pattern. It's like the only one that actually generates a nice pattern, apart from like corner switches, where or like E perm has a bonny pattern either side. This has a bonny pattern that's equal all the way around. Okay, it's a very similar to a J perm. You can do a J perm on this first, so you can do. Oh, I did that wrong again. Did I go back? Yeah, so I've got an A perm in that case. I'm going to try that again. Okay. God, I couldn't get my fingers on the corner there. So back to N perm. If I do a J perm and then do 2 round, I get a J perm again. Yes, that's right. That's how I used to do N perm, because I didn't know it. I used to just do double J perm and solved. So it was a very fast way of doing it, because I can do J perm very well. Okay, that was easy. Okay, so hey, so N perm, we've just done it. So that's dead easy. There's N perm. I'm saying it's dead easy. I've just maybe forgot it. The way to remember it is when you've got the 2 here. If it's on that side, it's a left-hander. This is one of the few ones where you can't actually afford to be a left-hander for it. So if it's on this one, then you pull it towards it. If the dot's on this side and you've got 2 on this side, then you pull it that way. That's how you remember how to start it. Okay, so there it is. There's a dot, so it's a game. Done. Okay, right, moving off the ends to good old V-perm. V-perm, I will show you it. I love V-perm. I think it's gorgeous. So that's a V-perm orientation. Basically you've got front corner, solved, depending on how you're looking at it, of course. Yes, it is. So basically you're swapping these 2 and these 2. That's the 2 you're swapping. As you can see by the diagram, the rest of it's in place, so you're just literally swapping these 4, these 2 and these 2. Okay, so V-perm is, it's just so nice. I love V-perm. I think V-perm's a really sexy one. It flows. People say, oh well, you got to rotate, got to rotation it and stuff like that. Yes, but you sort of like you're rotating it as you are turning. And I've just messed it up. Hey, that's what happens when you're showing off. Okay, let's build this back up very, very quickly so we're not too embarrassed. Okay, so I've got the headlight, and I've got, so as I was doing, nice fluid action. There it goes. Apart from when your cube locks, of course, but it's a nice fluid action on there. Right, another one I do love, Y-perm. Y-perms, very much like a T-perm and a J-perm combination. So that's your Y-perm. I never understood the reason for calling this a Y-perm, really, to be fair. I'm trying to see the visualization of it, and I don't know whether it's just because it's like this bit makes a sort of Y, or they're just using that as a reference as a Y. I don't know, but anyway, so that's the Y-perm. see why it's quite nicer. So it's when it's not locking, I need a little bit of lube in my cube. It's a nice one to do. Next one, let's go to H perm. Oh yes, M to U, M to U, M. Right, so this is the dreaded H one, which can sometimes catch you out because of how it works. It's not like the Z. H perm is basically you've got side by sides that you need to rotate around. So these two need to switch and these two need to switch. Okay, you can see there that blue and orange should be in there, so that makes it blue and orange, and same with that one. Green red need to switch to make full red and full green. Okay, in this case I do rotation in this way, so if this is this way now and I do it, I end up having to do a Z perm. So I turn it round one, so I've got the side that needs to be sorted with this side to the left. Good old headlight thing going on. So done. So there you go, H. Good old H. So moving on to UA. Good old U's. Love U's. Okay, this is why I like U's. How quick was that? So this is your dreaded U perm. Okay, as a rule it's sort of I've never tried doing the MU with. See, MUs I've never really tried doing because it's probably nice, but I'm going to try it actually. M2 U, MU2, MU, M2. See, it didn't work for me because I did the wrong M's. Oh, isn't it funny? Right, let's try that again. Of course you've got UA and UB. That's what I'm thinking. I'm forgetting about. That's why it didn't work, and this is why I don't particularly like doing it this way. This is why I like to switch back to CFOP over RU. RU would do MU because that's what RU's designed to do. Okay, RU's designed to get rid of anything left and right and stuff. It's just designed to do this or this. Okay, in my case I would just spin this round. I've got blue, so I'm looking for green, which is here. I know that because it's not in the front, it's got to be on this side. It's always whatever solid, the opposite side is always either front or back. So you do 2 round from the R2, put that one to the back, so that's a U in this case. Then I would do an S, U2, S other way, U, R2, and then a U. And it's quite easy for me to do that, depending which way. So I'm very, very quick at doing it at U perm. So well, I feel quick anyway. Not quick compared with some of the pros, but hey, you know. So U is quite straightforward. UB again is opposite. The good thing with U as well is you can do it on either side. You don't have to be side orientated on this one. So you can do left and right, and it doesn't make a difference what you do. You just look at the colours. So in this case, solid on this side, for example, if I do that 2 round. That's red, so I need to put orange over here, bring it round, push it back down, rotate, rotate, so R2, U2. Shame it's not an R2D2 in it, could have had a Star Wars minute. Right, anyway. And finally, the one I was mentioning before, good old Z perm. What the heck have they got going on here? Oh no, actually that was Z perm. What was I doing? Oh, H perm. Oh, I did that wrong, sorry. Right, H perm. Right, sorry. I'll jump back to H for a second. That's your H perm. Okay, that was me being stupid. So if I rotate this round with the cross orientated right, again it's crossovers. It's basically diagonal edges. So this one, red blue, wants to be here. Orange green wants to be here, and vice versa. So these corners, these are swapping and these are swapping. This one's a dead easy one. 1, 2, spin it around twice. 1, 2, spin it around once. 1, 2, spin it around twice. 1, 2, spin it around to solve if it's out of top alignment. Simple. It's a really good one. That's why I skipped it. Z was the one I was just on about, which is okay. That's the one I was on about before, which I got mixed up with H for some reason. It's been a long day. And this is the one where you're doing sort of middle swaps. Okay, so that's all the PLLs. Not many. I've gone through the PLLs, and it's took us I'm just hitting 25 minutes for this video. So yeah, so you can run through the PLLs quite quickly. So you're looking, have a look. If you do one a week, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, about 25 or something like that. I can't be bothered to count them. I'm too tired. So there's about 25 of those to get through. So 25 weeks you could learn full PLL. I actually got to the point where I was thinking, actually I'll learn about 3 algorithms or 4. So I'll learn G perm in a week, full G perm 4 stage, because I mirrored. So I only learned 2 algorithms. Once I learned the 2 algorithms, I then mirrored them on the left hand side. And some people said, well, actually that's not a bad idea. Some people say, I prefer just do everything right-handed. Each to their own. I'm ambidextrous, so I can do either. It doesn't make a difference what I do. I could probably learn T-perm on this side if I wanted to, and so if I hit a T-perm where the normal right hand would kick in, I wouldn't have to do like an U2 to perform it if it was on this side, for example. So I could corners that way for the sake of it. Less than half a second flick around. Okay, it's just a bit. So you can, it's there's no time really on the U2, so you're not going to really benefit from all that extra stubber for an extra week of programming your brain for another move that you probably never use. So there you go. That's pretty much it. But I cannot really teach you all the algorithms. It's one of those things. It's a case of looking at JPerm's website there, which I've just showed you on the screen. If I quickly pull that screen back up, the other one is ALGDB. That's the wrong one. ALGDB.net. Thank you. Stupid thing. I don't know why I went to .com. ALGDB is really, really good. So you select 3x3. It's very, very similar to JPerm when it's in mobile mode. But as you can see, it has got a whole load more stuff. If you are really crazy about cubing, this is the place to be. To be fair, this covers pretty much every algorithm that's ever been thought up. However, I haven't come across my corner switch technique where it rotates corners rather than moving corners as rotation. It orientates as well. Mine doesn't. I'm trying to think what the word is. Mine rotates the corners but doesn't orientate them, whereas the other ones, like I was shown before, where I was doing that, it would orientate, it would juggle them around but still face them up, which I didn't like. But for if you've got 2 that just need rotating, that's not a great idea. You want to use my method, basically, and my method isn't listed anywhere. I don't understand why, but hey, there you go. So that's it really. Enjoy. If you've got any questions, you can hide them down below, or you can get me on good old Facebook. You can message us directly on there if you want. I don't mind. If you've got any queries, or if you want to do any Facebook sort of video chat, something like that, and pull your cube out and you're stuck on something, I can try to talk you through it if you want. I don't mind that at all. So keep a hold, keep safe. This crazy world of COVID nonsense, if you believe it all. That's another matter altogether, I suppose. And just enjoy your cubing really. So okay, so I'm going to sign out and upload my videos. So I shall catch you all again. See you later. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you don't mind. Also, if you could like and subscribe my get my finger in the right place, this bit here, my gaming channel, which I'm building up on Facebook, and obviously my YouTube. If you can subscribe and like to that as well, that would be great. Please do visit JPerm and subscribe to him as well, because he's fantastic. He does a lot of stuff for the Cuban community and stuff. Also, if you're going to buy your cubes, obviously visit cubes.co.uk, which the link is just here. They are really good price, and the aftercare and support from them is unbelievable, and they're local. You know, I mean, you're not buying from halfway around the globe. you're getting them from a local source, which is great, which means you get them faster when you order them. Hey, if they've got them in stock. Still waiting for my new cube. Not say that too loud. Right, see you later. Bye bye.